Hello everyone, so welcome to my channel, and in this video we are going to be solving a question in Visual Basic. So let's quickly dive into it. So we are supposed to first of all design this, and then we also do the backend so that everything will be working. Okay, but in this video I'll work on only the front end, and in the next video I'll touch on how to configure the backend for everything to work perfectly. So let's quickly start and create a new project, and then start with it. So we come and you see something like this, and then we create a new project. Okay. Now when you come here, a lot of people get confused here. So what we are working with, okay, is called Windows Forms app. Okay. I have it here, so I can just click on it. But let me show you something. So Windows Forms app. But then when people see Windows Forms app and then they click on Windows Forms app, okay, they get a lot of things here. And then when you scroll down to, you have a lot of things here. Okay. So which one are you using? Okay. Perfect. You see this one, we have Windows Forms app. Check that down here. What do you have here? Currently, we have Visual Basic here, so you have to select this one. There is one that is for C#. Okay, so you have to know the difference. So Windows Forms app, and then we said the one that has for the Visual Basic. That's the project that we will create, and I have to give it a name. Okay, so how can I call this? Let's say prepare parts. Okay, good. And then I go to the next, and then I create the project. Okay, so it's loading perfectly. All right, so I have my this one here. Let me clear this so that I'll show you how everything works. So when you come, you should see something like this. Okay, so now let's come back to our question. You see we have a nice this one here. But now the top here, you can see they have written repair parts profits or estimator. All right, but then if you check here, you have from 1 day. So how do we kind of change that to that? Okay, so we go to view. Okay, go to view and then scroll down towards properties window. Okay, you can also use F4. Good. And it's come. So when you come, you see that the text here is from 1. Okay, the text here is from 1. So I'm going to change the text to what we have here. And that happens to repair parts profit what estimator. Okay, so I'll quickly change that. So we have repair parts profit estimator. Good. So right now you can see that we have it here. Okay, so that's very good. So we've done that side. Now let's come back to our question. What do you have? Okay, so we have this box here, and then within that box you have stuff inside. So let me quickly take you through. So this box here that you have the parts information here. Okay, that box is called a group box. A group box. Okay, so I'll quickly go. Now what you are going to be using is called a toolbox. Okay, you are going to be using a toolbox to do all those drag and drop and stuff like that. So you go to the view, then you come to a toolbox, and then to come to the side here. So whatever that you need, you can search for it. Okay. So I said that thing is called group box. So you can search for what's group box, and then you have it here. You can either double click on it, or you can drag it. So I'll drag it here, and then I have the group box here. Now you can see that the properties window has changed to the properties of the group box. I get in. Good. So we can enlarge it and then do it anyhow we want it, right? So that's very good. So let's push it to the side here. Now let's go and check this one again. Okay, so you're supposed to have parts information written there. The color is blue. So let's come back. Now we can check the test here. The test is box 1, but then we say we want parts information, right? So we write parts information. Good. And then you click on enter. Now you can see that you think it's more well, right? But when you click, you see that it's actually there. Okay. Now the color was blue, so you have to change the color to blue. Now in Visual Basic, the text color, okay, is called the four color, FOER. So you see the four color, okay, that's the text color. And then the back color, okay, the back color is the background color. I get me. Good. So let me come to the four color and change it towards blue. When you come here, you have the system colors, the web colors, and then the custom colors. So I'll come to the custom colors and I'll select, I think I like this blue. Good. I'll select this. So now I've gotten our part information perfectly. And then the color is blue. You can also go ahead and then change the text size. Okay. You have the font here. You can see the size at the side. So you click here and then you see, you can change everything. So I want to take this one to bold. Now to increase the size to let's say 12. Okay. And then okay. Perfect. Now you see that it has increased. Okay, perfect. So that's for the parts information side. Now the next one is what? Part identifier. The first one we use was a good box. What are we using for this? So all these writings here that we see, we use what you call the label. Okay, so I'm going to use the label, right? So let's quickly get a label, and then we have what? Part identifier. So I count my toolbox and I search for what? Label. Okay, that's very good. Now I have the label here. Okay, so I can drag it. So let me drag it here. Good. Now you've realized that it took the same format as the first one. So I'm gonna have to go back and change it because I don't want them to also be like this. I still want my line. I still want my normal regular color. Okay, good. And then I don't want the text color to be blue because down is supposed to be what? Black. Exactly. So that's very good. So I have the label one there. But then we don't want label one in there. We want what? The part identifier. I get me? Good. But then you can see that the P is what's underlined. Okay. So let's come here. So we count the text and then we change what? Part identifier. Part identifier. Right. But then this one, we don't have the P being what's underlined. But then in the UI that we are having here, the P was what's underlined. How do you get that? So if you also underline anything, okay, you just bring end before that thing. So if I want to underline the P, I just bring end before the P, and you can see the P is what's underlined. What if I want to underline the I? Okay, what I have to do is to bring what? The end before the I. Okay, now I can see that the I is what's underlined. I get me. Yes, so whatever you want to underline, you bring the end, or let me say the ampersand symbol before that. So because this one I want to underline the P, I'll do it like this. Perfect. And I have the P words underlined perfectly for me. Now, when you check this one, you can see that there is a semicolon, there's a colon there. So you make sure to bring that towards as well. So I'll bring my colon. Good. Now I don't really like how this one is looking, so I'm going to change this one to bold. Okay, good. I think I like it now. Now, so the next one that I was supposed to do was the part description. So instead of going back to my label to go and get a label, right? I won't do that. I can just copy and paste. So you select it, then Control C, right, to copy, and then Control V towards paste, and then you can grab it where you want it to be. I get me. Now you can come here and then edit to what I want to edit. So you can change towards part description. So let's come here, and then inside the text property, you have part description. So part, now in the description, the D is what underlined. So you have to bring the ampersand before what's the D. So description. Good. So now I have the part description to as well. And then we add what's our column. That's very good. So right now we've done these three things here. Good. So you can go ahead and then we continue. So I'm not going to add the text box right now. I'll continue to this one. And then when you are done, I'll come back to that one. But so this one, the price and everything here, you can see this is also what a group box. Okay. Yeah. So we go back and then get another group box. If you want, you can copy and paste this one. Right. So I've copied. So let me paste it here. Good. So I've copied. Now you can also increase the size of this. Okay, you can just drag it and increase the size. So let's come and check here. We have price, cost, stories, and then profit. Okay. So let me come here. Instead of part information, I'm going to have part information again. We have price, cost, storage, and profits. Right. So let me check to be sure. And then comma profit. Okay. Comma. We have profit. That's very good. So you've gotten that there. Nice. Now, what was our first label here? Our first label is retail price, but then the E is what's underlined. So let me come to this and change it to retail price. So but then the E is underlined, so I'll bring the ampersand before the E. So retail and price. Then my colon, of course. Perfect. So I have this here. What's the next one? The next one is what? Wholesale cost, but then the W is what's underlined. Okay. Let's come to this. Then we have ampersand first because our W is what's underlined. So we have wholesale cost. Good. And bring them up. So you have gotten it two. Okay. Then what else do we have? We have the quantity with the Q being what's underlined. So I'll come and copy this and paste it. Okay. And then I'll change this one towards quantity with the Q being what's underlined. So quantity. Very good. Okay. Now there's not enough spaces, so I'll increase this one here so I can add space to do whatever that I want to do. Now when you come here, you can see the next one is what's gross profit. So let's come here, let's copy this and paste. Then we align it nicely. We come to the properties window, and then we have what gross profit. Nothing is underlined. Okay, so you can just go ahead and say gross profit. Very good. So we button that too, but then I forgot to add the colon, which is very important. So let me come back to the quantity, and I'll add the colon to this one too as well. Good. So right now we've gotten this 4 things here. The next one is supposed to be storage charges. So let's copy this, paste. Okay. Here we have what? Storage charges. Good. I'll increase this again small. Okay. So you have the storage, this one. Okay, then the last one here is what? The net profit. So let's copy this and paste. Then we paste this here. Change it was net profit. Net profit. Very good. Very good. So I've gotten this here. Now let's go back and look at this whole thing. You can see that this group box extends to the last end. Okay, sure. So I'm going back to my group box. Okay, I'm going back to my group box and I'm going to extend this. Okay, now let me extend this to the side small. Very good. Okay. Now when you look at this, you can see that the color is not white. The background color for this whole thing is not white. Okay, sure. So let's go ahead and then change the background color. So right now we've selected was the whole thing. Then we go to the back color, which I said is what's the background color. Okay, then we look for the go to system. Okay, look for a color called info. Okay, a color called info, and then we select it. And you have the color that we need. Okay, so right now I'm seeing the color to this. I think it looks similar. Okay, so that's very good. And then we've done this. We've not done the text box yet. So now let's go with this one, the compute, reset, form, and those things. Okay. So those ones are supposed to be here. But then what are we supposed to use for these ones? These ones are not going to use a label or a group box. We're going to use button for these 4 things. Okay. So I'll go back to my toolbox and I'll go for button. Now the button here, I'll copy and bring it here. Good. So my button here now you see. The first one is what? Compute, with the C being what's underlined. So I come to the test, the ampersand sign will come, compute. Good. Have it nicely. Now you notice that this computing is not really showing well. Down you are not supposed to do it on the front end. It's something that you do in the back end. So in the next video, when I'm talking about this one, I will also make mention of this one. Okay. They are on the compute. Now I have other buttons also work on as well, but then let me enlarge this one small. Okay, so copy, paste. Good. The next one is supposed to be what? Reset form, where the R being was underlined. So I have my end and reset form. Perfect. You can continue like that. So our next one. My next one is what? Total net profit with a T underlined. So I'll bring my ampersand, then total net and profit. Okay. Now I did this, but you can't see the profits. Why? Because the profits have moved down. So just increase this one small. Okay. Then you can see everything. So total net profit. Then the last one is what's the assets. Okay. So let me copy this and then paste. And then I have the assets. Is something underlined. The X is underlined. So let's come here. E before the X to bring the ampersand, because we want the X to be what's underlined. Perfect. And then we have this one towards nice. Okay. So this is how you can also work with what? The buttons. Now it's left with the last thing, which are these boxes here. Okay. And this one is we use the text box for them. We use what? The text box. So we'll go to our toolbox and then you look for what? The text box. Okay. So just copy this, come and paste it here, and I'll enlarge it nicely. Let me look at what we have here. Okay, gets close to the ending there. So I think I'll move it small. Okay, good. Let me move it to the top small. Perfect. So I have it here. Now, if you want these values to show inside as well, you can go ahead and type these ones. So X456. That's what I'll put inside. So you come to the text and you have X456. Okay, then you can have it inside here. Okay, but then me personally, I wouldn't want to have those ones inside. I'll just leave it empty. Okay, so leave it like this, and I can go ahead and then copy and I'll paste it. Now, before we work on the backend, you have to give this text box names. Okay, names that you are going to be seen to work with at the backend. So in the next video, I'll quickly talk about that. Yeah, before we start raw coding. Okay, so I have these two here. Good. Now I can go ahead and do the same for this. So I'll copy this and paste. Now it's too big for me, so I'm going towards reduce it. So let's see, we have something like this. I think this is okay. Okay, I think this is okay. Then we copy and paste here. Okay, copy and paste. Sorry. So you're back to this one. Copy, and then we paste. Okay. Then we have it here. Paste on to the IC. Paste the next one. You have it nicely. But then you can see that there are no spaces. Okay, so meaning my alignment has some small issues. So I have to realign 9C. So then bring this one down small. And I'll bring this one here. Bring this one down small. Okay. Bring this one down small. Sorry. Bring this one down small. Okay. I think this is better. Okay. Okay. So I do this like this. And this will come here. Then I paste it here. This one too comes towards here. And we have the last one also was coming here. Good. So we have this here nicely. Let me look at this to see if you have everything. Yes, I think we have everything done correctly. Except for the fact that I didn't write these things inside. Okay. But if you want to write something inside, why not? So you can go back again. What I have to do is to do forward a test property, which is a test string, put something here around Boost PC there, and then it will appear there. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to put something there too, head down, you can also decide to put this inside. So this is how you can do the front end. This is how I'm going about with the other front end. But I think the most complicated part is the back end. So that's what I'll touch on in the next video. So just examine, use the group information for group box for this. Okay, group box. This one's are the labels, this one's are the text box, and this one's what are the buttons. Okay, so that's very good. My next video, you learn how to read this function properly. You know this like AUI or something like that. Okay. So thank you very much. See you in the next video. If you have any questions as well, and feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I'll be very glad to help you out with them. Thank you very much. Bye.